3 cups of tea describes Greg Mortenson's transition from a registered nurse and mountain climber to a humanitarian committed to reducing poverty and promoting education for girls in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Following the beginnings of his humanitarian efforts, Mortenson became co-founder of the Central Asia Institute, a nonprofit group that as of 2010 has overseen the building of over 170 schools. These schools provide education to over 64,000 children, including 55,000 girls, where few education opportunities existed before in the remote regions of both those countries. The book's title comes from a Balti proverb. The first time you share tea with a Balti, you are a stranger. The second time you take tea, you are an honored guest. The third time you share a cup of tea, you become family. John DePetty, in writing me an email, sending me an email asking me to come use these words, "Alan, you have been a true friend to West Hill and we appreciate your support. If you find you can join us in June, that would be wonderful." John Lennon said, "Life is what happens when you are busy making plans, so we would completely understand if you were not able to accept our invitation." John, I'd come here as often as you wish for another cup of tea. This is the 4th time I've been here with you to share a story, a message, a meditation, a reflection, and there seems to be a theme. My first time talking about UNICEF. The second, I think the topic was a common story, and the last time I was here I talked about he said, she said, and now here it is tea time. And it seems to me that we've had 3 cups already. And what is that theme? John Lennon, just to follow a musical theme, and if you know me at all, you know that there's an awful lot of music in and around my life. John Lennon said, "All you need is love." True words. Because I'm known to break into song, I have a little slice here that says, and Billy Hill wrote about, "You've got to give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love." The song has too much bounce to it and the words are way too nice to just not stick a little bit of it in there. Is that theme girls' education, or is it love thy neighbor, or is it perhaps doing unto others? Perhaps it lies in John's words to me after which I said I'd be pleased and honored to speak with you again. And he said, "Your support for Greta Scott and West Hill congregation is so very much appreciated. I finished Greta's new book. I think I've known this all along, but it is all the more tangible right now. Prayer is the sharing of need and the expression of caring and support to one another." And if I were to take those words just a little bit further, to find the aha moment in my thoughts today, it would be, when we come together as family, there are few limits to what we can accomplish. We don't need only to have a look in the mirror and ask if the person looking back at us is truly sharing the 3rd cup. Have we progressed from, "Hi, how are you?" which is common language for "I really don't care, but it's what I'm supposed to say when I greet you," to "Greetings, how are you doing today?" A bit more engaging. Or perhaps, "When last we were together, I know that you were struggling a little bit with," and where are you on that journey at this moment? That 3rd salutation, it's not just conversational tea time. It's really about the depth and breadth of engagement in the moments of our lives. How do we get to that third cup? While I'm quoting songwriters and singers, here's what Donna Fargo suggests. Just start somewhere. Resolve to do something. You might even write out what you want to accomplish. Then explore what you need to do to reach your goal and start doing it, step by step. It's the same as if you were planning a trip. You get a map, make your preparations, and then start traveling on the right road. Don't get bound up in any problems that stand in your way. Do something every day to resolve them. Trust your instincts. Do one thing at a time. Remember, if you sow seeds of fear, doubt, panic, and procrastination, it will most likely work against you. If you keep doing the same things that you're doing now, you will keep ending up in similar places to where you are now. Once you start making progress towards your goal, you will magically be propelled towards eventual reward. Just keep listening and taking direction from inside you. Be patient. Your dreams will not come true overnight, but start now and go with love and courage and confidence. Don't be afraid. You can do anything you believe you can, and don't forget to keep an open mind and heart, and to check yourself along the way. You can do it. Go for it. Good luck. That's not the reading for today. I just like the words from a pop singer who didn't sing songs that had an awful lot of serious thought in them, and I just like those words. That would be a solid strategy as to how to get to that third cup of tea. And if you'd like a well-defined set of values or core beliefs for your personal business plan, you might try these thoughts. And this is the reading from John Wesley Oldham in almost exactly his words. The title of the poem is, I Believe Life is a Song. I believe there is a plan, even though I might not like it nor understand it. Let me back up for a second. In the centering song, I sang the words, there's a place for deepest dreaming. This is a moment just to close your eyes and let some of these beliefs wash over you and see if they resonate. I believe there's a plan, even though I might not like it nor understand it. I believe things will work out, even when they don't. I believe there is a purpose, even when there isn't. I believe there is a place for everything, even sadness, madness, and dandelions. I believe that in creation there are no mistakes, no junk, no one without heart. I believe that all creation is intended to smile, the universe to sing, and the cosmos to dance. I believe that tears that reflect sorrow's grief will also flow like a river of gladness. I believe in mirth, merriment, and mystic musings. I believe in dreams, visions, and wonder. I believe in stupidity and genius, tooth fairies and grandma's voice of wisdom. I believe in serendipity, synchronicity, serenity, sincerity, and simplicity. I believe people come into our lives, some to challenge and confront, others to comfort and care. I believe the dark of night exists so we can see the sparkling stars and join the souls that make the Milky Way and northern lights. I believe life is an adventure to be lived purposefully, joyfully, lovingly. I believe the last verse of the song is yet to be written, but we are in the lines chanting out the melody in harmony. I believe in laughter's healing power. I believe that barriers can be transformed into bridges and that slogans of hate and fear can be changed into tunes of love and trust. I believe that life is a song with many notes, sometimes discordant, sometimes harmonic, sometimes often surprising. I believe that life is a ballad to be sung to music of the soul and to be danced in abandonment of spirit. I believe in the spirit of Christ, Buddha, respect, reverence, love, shalom, salam, namaste, om. I believe in reverence for life, for all creation, all my relations, I believe in the spirit of reconciliation, forgiveness, and healing. I believe in the broken being mended, the wounded knowing healing, and the sorrowful knowing joy. I believe in the power of courage seasoned with compassion. I believe that all life is a learning, and every day an opportunity. I believe the sun is shining even when all the physical eye sees are clouds. I believe in creativity, authenticity, and integrity. I believe in commitment to one's dream and faithfulness to one's vision. I believe in mystery. I believe in the awesome power of love. Some lessons learned to take that mission and that strategic plan and head for that third cup of tea. I'll leave you, just think about this for a second. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. This will be a little easier for you. A burden shared is a burden lessened. A smile shared will light up your life. So what's the theme? It's all in the sharing of the third cup of tea, which I find here at West Hill and each and every time I'm here, becoming, renewing, yet again being a part of this family, caring for our own. Back to basics for a second. I debated about how long this reflection should be, and I did not seem to have, or did it need to have, a new and different message. I pondered how many great messages there are and realized that I'm best equipped to deal with few of them in breadth and depth, and they all seem to be the same. Let me leave you with two quick stories. I teach voice lessons to a group of folks up in Beaverton, and the very first lesson I give has to do with breathing and telling the story long before we start singing. And one of my students about 3 weeks ago is having a lot of trouble getting a song to work the way she wanted it to, and she was having a great deal of trouble breathing, and I said, we need to stop for a second and just come right back to the very place that I start with my voice lessons, lying on the floor, because I think that's where you get the best understanding of how the breathing mechanics work, actually lying on the floor and feeling the parts of your body that should and shouldn't move. So the two of us lay down on the floor and conspired for a moment. That's Greek for breathing together. Back to basics. She got the breathing right in that moment and then stood back up again and sang. With the breathing right, the singing became a whole lot easier. This I like better, and this is where I'm going to stop. About a month ago, the sister of our secretary in my church up in Beaverton passed away, and early the next week I took in a card to her from my wife and I, and searching for words to say to her at that moment, I found none that had a chunk of meaning, because I didn't know her sister at all, and I wasn't going to say stuff that wasn't in my heart. And what came out of my mouth was, and she's not a member of the United Church, but I said, Arlene, can you holler at the United Church Creed for me? Now, we're not a creedal church, I understand that. Could you just holler at the United Church Creed for a second? It took her a moment, she found it, and I said, my personal journey doesn't give me a tremendous amount of comfort in the entire document you have in front of you, but the first 4 words do me a lot of favors. We are not alone. We are not alone. I can hang my hat on that. And then I got the surprise. Deborah Murray, our minister, who understands the journey you're on in this church, and we're not quite there where we are now on Sunday mornings, but she came into the office for a second and she said, you might not want to add too many more words, but you might want to take just the next 2 words in that creed and take it from we are not alone to we are not alone, thanks be. share 3 cups of tea.